Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about I'll show you how to install heads into the cases. Don't forget to take off all sealant leftovers after case sealing. This is very important. And now the second important stuff is to clean the surface where the head will come. I'm using some brake cleaner because it removes very well oil and other dirt. This is important because we want to have surface clean and dry to avoid any leaks in the future. As you can see, I have already prepared a gasket with spraying it with Permatex CU. It is a special spray which helps to seal and um, helps to conduct heat from the head to the cases. So generally, it is used in our community with good results. That's why I'm using it as well. It's not expensive. The can of around 300 milliliters costs about 15 euros. 15 euros. So it's not bad. Okay, don't forget to clean and install those. I don't know the word. Uh, those metal stuff which places head in a good place. Sorry, I don't know the word for it in English. Generally, there are two pieces for each head. Okay, now it's time to put a gasket. It doesn't matter if it's front or rear, they are the same. So make sure to not touch the surface which goes to to cases or head. Head, of course, has to be grinded before. As you can see, my surface is very nice and clean. It's prepared to be installed. Some people said, oh, if there is a l- not enough, not much mileage, and the heads were removed recently, we don't need to grind them. It is a fault. Uh, Heads always have to be grinded. This is important because if we try to put a head without grinding, and it might be bent, we can damage our cases. And we don't want to do that because cases are one of the most important things in the engine. So here head is almost there. Sorry that you can't see what I'm doing, but generally I'm just taking the four, oh, now you can see four screws from the heads with washers. I'm using some detergent to get rid of oil from them. It is important that those screws and washers must be cleaned before they will be greased with oil. It is easy to have some small particles of metals inside, or even some sand if somebody is not working in perfect conditions or doesn't care that much about clean policy during the engine assembly. It might happen. That's why we need to clean them with proper attention. Now I am using a brake cleaner because it helps dry uh, to dry bolts. As you can see, there are two types of washers. Make sure to put them in a good order. I will show it in you in a second what is the correct order. As you can see, the right order is to put the silver washer first, and the second one is the black one. Don't forget to grease with oil to make friction less. Also put some oil into the threads so there is no additional resistance during the torque procedure. Okay, so now we have 4 bolts ready to be screwed in. For the force, what torque to use, I just recommend you to check in user's manual or torque stable. I don't remember it from my head. I think it was something like 50 newton, 45, 50 newtonometers. I'm not sure. I always check it to not make any mistake, because if you do something with routine, it can become a problem. As you can see, one of those screws are hidden under the camarilla. It is necessary to have a proper key or some substitution to get into this area. I have my own key prepared some time ago, and it works correctly with good results. So I'm just keeping using it. I'm talking about the screw which I'm screwing in right now. There are several tools which can be used here, but I am using just my homemade key. As you can see, there is not enough space for bigger wrenches, and I had to use a 1.4 version. Now it is important to screw screws in a with proper newtonometers, but make sure that you are working on screws on the cross. So right now I'm doing the right top. Next one will be left down. See, going on the cross. Of course, you cannot go on the cross from the second to the third one, but you need to remember that going from the first to second and from the third to fourth, you always have to go on the cross side. Okay, now it's time to use my homemade key. So this was the first stage. Now we need to go to the final stage of torque, which have to be, that was called pre-torque procedure. And right now we need to go to the proper one. This requires pretty much force to be used. So if you have an option, please ask your colleague or family member to help you with that. For example, with holding engine in place. I am pretty tall with long hands, so I can do it by myself. But generally it is better to ask somebody for help with such actions. Okay, so first one is done. Let's go to the other one. Second one is done. This is tricky. You need to be very careful because you can hurt yourself. last one. There we go.